What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central. In today's video, we've got a damaged peach monster can. Delicious. Delicious. Moist. Yeah, happy Friday, everybody. It's good to be here. It's good to be alive. We gotta get right into the news. First and foremost, let's take a look at Hero Wars Alliance stuff. We got a Gus quiz. All right. Complete our quiz. He slices, dices, does your laundry, or does he? Can you tell which one of that was incorrect? Are you guessing? Do you know the answer? Let's try to figure it out. So, Chapter 2, Mission 13. This is not a gift thing. This is not a reward thing at all. So, we can go do the Gus quiz if you guys want to. We'll make it quick. We'll make it easy. All right. Most of these questions don't have a verifiably correct answer. Choose with your heart. Okay. Why did Gus' parents give him such a name? They wanted to name him Gustav. I always thought that Gus was short for Gustav, because his nose looked like a goose beak because he was born an old bearded man. If you had to choose a name for the golden goose, which one would you pick? Samantha. Goldilocks. Cooprum? I don't know what Cooprum is. We'll call him Samantha. What is Gus's main stat? Strength. Okay. Does the golden goose lay eggs? No. What's in Gus's potion bottle? I don't see Peach Monster listed. Eggnog, sure. Which one of these would Gus not do in his morning routine? I mean, I pet my golden goose. Steal someone else's toothpaste. Light jogging. Yeah, Gus was a tree stump. Which tree would he like to have been? The mighty sequoia. What does Gus say when he sneezes? A honk. What does Gus think of Galahad? Gal has a bright future if he follows in Gus' footsteps. Gal reminds him of his younger self. Galahad is a silly, bumbling idiot. Jealous of Galahad's success. Gala, great. What is Gus's favorite game? Duck, Duck, Goose. Heroes Alliance. Goose-tastic Dice. Definitely not Sears game. Trash. Duck, Duck, Goose. Congratulations, you've completed the quiz. I'm Gus's acquaintance. I'm not a friend. I'm not a confidant. I'm not a family member. No worries. No worries. And then we also have a fun photo contest. We all saw the knife goose on the loading screen. He's excellent. You know it. We know it. Yep. I love it. It's time for you to take the matter into your own hands. Let's see. You must be at least 15. So this is something that you do want to participate in. Where's my food? Wait. You do want to do this. You do want to do the Photobomb contest. All right. Make sure you follow the rules. There's going to be 5 winners. If you're creative enough, you can get 120 Gus Soul Stones. Not an absolute star, Gus. Is anybody else mad about that? This is actually unbelievable to me. This is unbelievable that they're not giving out an absolute star Gus. Only 120 out of 630 soul stones. So 1 star is 10, 2 stars is 30 total. 3 stars is 80 total. So you can't even get a 4. That's not even a 4-star Gus. But it might get you into a foot. This should be an absolute star, Gus. Man. Disappointing. That Dominion economy? Yeah. Yeah. Tournament of Titan Power continues for one last day. Titan Power one last day. And then Wendy's Gifts go live tonight. Not really an event so much. Scott K says, not even enough to up you to an absolute star, even if you did all the non-purchase soul stones in the event. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty disappointing. I'm kind of let down. I tell you what, I'm going to do a real giveaway. 58 entries, 88 people watching. Matthew Trillian. Matthew Trillian, first name drawn today. I don't think we've drawn Matthew's name all month long. That's a lie. We have drawn his name before. Matthew, are you here? Matthew, are you here? Ah, there you are. There you are. Gotcha. How about Belor Dan? Belor. Got super glue on my thumb. Exclamation point Titan. That's how to enter. Baylor's here. Web player. Web player. Okay. All right. In overall Hero Wars news today, GDev, Nexter's Hero Wars, all the way down, has a new social media marketing manager. Alex Denyev, head of communications, used to work with IKEA. Looks like he's operating out of Thailand. I'm not sure exactly when he started, but I believe it was announced this week. So what does this mean for the company? Well, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. So social media marketing has to do with obvious things like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Snapchat. You could consider YouTube social media. Thank you, Bellar. I just got the email. What's going to change for the average player is probably not much. Probably not much. This guy has got a pretty good track record just from looking at his portfolio or their portfolio. I guess I shouldn't assume anything in this time of our lives. Identify and implement marketing processes that are essential for the company and generate significant product. Guys, if you are not marketing, if you are a company, let's say that you own a pizza restaurant. You're not a pizza restaurant. By the way, you're a media company that happens to sell pizza. All right, let's be really clear. If you are part of a business, if you're an owner, you need to be treating yourself, your team, as a media company. that happens to sell a thing. Right? Social media is important. So we might see more posts. We might see less posts. We might see a different style of posts. We may see some new art style. We may see some different tempo as far as like when the posts come out. We may see a dramatically larger amount of community engagement, which is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that we get a much higher level. One thing about Raid Shadow Legends that I've noticed, Raid Shadow Legends is in the comments. Raid Shadow Legends, whoever the community manager is for Raid Shadow Legends, they are in the comments. They are replying. They're making jokes. They're constantly going back and forth on Facebook and their Discord, constantly. Now, our official Discords, the Dominion Era Facebook and Web and the Alliance version, you just don't see it as much. Maybe a little bit more on Alliance, but even then that just might be skewed by personal bias. You don't really see a lot of interaction with, at least not as much as I would like to see. If I worked in social media for a company, I would be sitting in comments. I would be sitting in the comments. When am I going to hire a social media manager? I mean, I make about 5 posts a day. Do you make 5 posts a day, Alex? In just one of my businesses. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if this is actually going to change anything, but I need to follow this guy. I need to reach out to him. I don't think you can follow people. Oh, there we go. Not now. Let's go. Introduction. Hero Wars Central. Hi, Alex. I'm Charlie with Hero War Central, the largest English-speaking non-AI YouTube channel for Hero Wars Dominion Era in the universe. I'd like to connect. Please let me know how we can help each other in the future. Sure. Thanks, Charlie. Now, this guy's in Bangkok. He's in Thailand. I don't know what time it is in Thailand right now. What time is it in Thailand? So it's midnight. It's midnight. So it's plus 12. It's literally tomorrow where he is right now. It's literally tomorrow. He is in the future. Jeannie Borden. Jeannie Borden. Ah, Jeannie's here. Nice. Nice. Facebook player. Very cool. Very cool. Over on Hero Wars Dominion Era, we have a new post. We have a better look at the new Totem, fusion system. Just a quick run through of this. This is to be considered a work in progress and subject to change. All right. Cancel. All the terms presented in the article might become subject to change. Okay. So every time Hero Wars posts a document like this and they deviate, the pitchforks and torches come out calling them liars. Okay. So before we get into any of this, subject to change. All right. Work in progress, no ETA. So in Fusion Interface, you'll be able to choose which type of skill you want to add to your totem. Only one skill can be added per one fusion attempt. You need catalysts. To begin the fusion process, you need catalysts for elemental skills. Elemental catalysts can be attained from totem fragments. For primordial skills, primordial catalysts, obtainable, among other ways, from dominion gifts. So this is a clear picture, an unfortunate clear picture, and I think this is the first time in the whole process that I'm going to allow myself to be disappointed. One of the things that I've been really trying to hold off on is any kind of negativity towards this Totem Fusion announcement until I learned more about it. So there are two skills, Elemental and Primordial, all right? Elemental skills you get by breaking down totem fragments. Primordial skills you get by breaking down Gift of Dominion, the red, legendary, violet, blue, green, gray. No, there's not gray. Gifts of Dominion, right? I was under the assumption that the catalyst was one resource. It's two new resources. Two. Okay, so I'm not really happy with this. I'm not really happy with this at all. Because I was imagining a world where we had an opportunity to focus specifically on, you know, the Clash of Worlds trophies to cover everything. If you have bad luck with totem fragments, or you don't want to spend $33 on a golden ticket during nature season, or you don't want to spend the $40 in a new hero event to have enough resources to beat the boss to get the totem fragment that way, and you just have bad luck otherwise, you could still go up to the Clash of Worlds dashboard and potentially other new places in the future. You could still go to the Clash of Worlds dashboard and buy these gifts to level up or skill up or whatever function there is for the new totem skills. And that's not the case. So to begin the fusion process, you'll need catalysts, just one or the other. To increase your chances of getting the desired skill and getting it a higher level, you can enhance the fusion by adding more catalysts. The more catalysts you have, the better your odds. These odds will be displayed in the fusion interface. All right, so it's a random skill. Skill 1, skill 2. I'm not sure if this is the level of the skill, right? Right, yeah. If you choose a skill that your totem already has, the chance of receiving the same skill again will increase, along with the odds of getting a higher skill level. So you choose a skill, and you could end up with the same skill level. Or you can end up with a different skill, I guess. Or you can end up with a higher skill. And two different totems have the same skill, only one will be active in battle. The higher level skill will take priority, that makes sense. Skills activate in different ways. Elemental skills have no cooldown and trigger globally. And primordial skills activate based on specific conditions. They're passive, right? Once the fusion begins, the catalyst you use will be consumed. If the resulting skill doesn't fit your needs, you can reject the outcome. It's a little convoluted right now, but I promise you it's way simpler than it looks, okay? It's way simpler than it looks. It's expensive, okay? And there are, I believe, 5 levels of a skill. And the higher level of a skill you have, the more likely that you are going to get a same level of a new skill if you are trying for a new skill. Okay. So then we have, you'll choose the type of skill, elemental or primordial, based on the catalyst that you have. Select your desired skill and decide how many catalysts to invest. There's going to be all kinds of discussions about the actual exact number of catalysts that you need to hit different thresholds. The game might even tell us, right? It might say you need 5 to have a 50% chance. 6 makes it a 65% chance. So it might not be linear. It might be linear. We'll see. If you have 10 catalysts, maybe it's a 100% chance. For example, again, that's a completely ambiguous number that I'm throwing out there, right? The more catalysts you use, the higher level you have potential to get. Very soon you'll have access to 6 elemental and 5 primordial skills on top of the basic skills your totems already have. So you still keep the old skills. These are active skills. Elemental skills are all active skills. I'm not going to go through these. I'm not going to go through these individually. I think that there are some that are really good. The ones that I think that are going to be the most interesting for me is the Wrath Below. I think the Wrath Below and Last Flash, I think are really, 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 really good. I think they're really good. And the reason why I think that is because if you have a team on defense that has a guaranteed counter, like a fire team on defense and a water team that guarantees to counter them, you have the potential with Last Flash or Wrath Below to pull out a win, right? In my opinion, those are the strongest of the list of active skills. Okay. The simplified version of the 3 base element, they're cute. Boring. I don't like them. They're the same. Why don't you just use a water team if you want to use the water totem, right? The Ice Age, the freeze, I think is also potentially really, really, really good. We'll have to see. Primordial skills are more passive. These things activate when other things trigger. They active on their own, right? I like Call of the Elements. I like Call of the Elements a lot. I like Call of the Elements probably the most out of all of these. Again, I don't want to go into all of these right now. There definitely can be some changes. We don't have any idea of how strong or how weak individually they are. So it is something that we could spin our wheels on all day long and not actually get anywhere. But my big takeaway is the 2 new currencies, not 1 currency, 2 currencies. 2 currencies. Okay. And I'm guessing every totem can have 1 of each skill, right? Each totem can have an elemental skill and a primordial skill. I think that's what the previous thing said. Let me find it here. There we go. This is the article from beginning of the month. Yeah, you'll be able to hold 3 skills. Okay, yeah, you'll be able to have 1, the base totem skill that everybody has already right now, and then the 1 of each of the elemental and the primordial. So, you know, it'll be interesting. It'll be a lot of new stuff, a lot of opportunity. But man, this is a problem for me. So I saw D. Warman say this is going to be for the 1% of the 1%. I don't know that that's going to be the case. I think that they will be increasing. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that they will be increasing the... They will be increasing the amount of ways that we can get totem fragments. I think that by the end of the year or by the end of next year, players will be able to get all 30 totem fragments dramatically cheaper than we are now. Ivan is gone. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah. How about the Honorable Lord of Bacon? The Honorable... That is a YouTube name. The Honorable Lord of Bacon. Facebook player. Great name. Great name. Oh man, that's a great name. Okay. All right, let's do some player versus player. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at Guild War first. Divine Awakening is our final opponent of the week. We are not doing well this week. We have 2 wins, 2 losses. We are currently in second place, still with 2 wins and 2 losses. And we're going up against Divine Awakening, Interesting. We are pretty close to friends, but I think we're going to outrun the unit. You know, this is such a weird thing. This is what, you know, whenever I say things like Guild War really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, this is why. Like, there's no chance for us to drop down to 4th place here. There's, like, we would have to whiff so hard. Okay, we got 2 cleanups here. We're just gonna do the 2 cleanups. We're just gonna do the two cleanups. Normally I wouldn't, but I want to get this over with. I want to get this done. Let's see, Ishmael and Laura. So we could, let's go with Aurora, with Aiden, and we don't need Sebastian. We could do stuns. We could do, let's do Amira Arachne. Yeah. Mara, Amira. Let's get everybody to miss. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Well, that did not go like I wanted it to. That was bad luck. Freaking Aurora. Worst tank in the game. That's what I get for doing an easy cleanup. Should have let somebody else do it. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, Clash of Worlds. We got all of our attacks left. Let's see. Oh, we are cruising. No partials. Looks like we've unlocked the Alchemy Tower. Altar of Life. No. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, we're going to go with Qingmao's actually pretty bad against Heidi, but without Nebula, yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine here. So let's do Laura, Qingmao. There we go. And then we can't use Sebastian. The stun lock is going to go off, so that's going to be pretty solid there. I really wish I had another back line. Maybe Faceless? I could use Kayla. Yeah. Today's not my day. Today's not my day. Yeah. Tell you what, let's just do this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head out. Actually, we're heading across the river to. We're gonna go out on the river for a little bit, and we're gonna go and hang out at some beachside bars and restaurants today. And before I embarrass myself anymore with really bad player versus player, yeah, not a good day for PvP. Not a good day. Just leaving up. It's all right. Yeah. We're going to be back on Monday, 12 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. UTC. Yeah. This weekend, please do not add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. On Monday, please don't find yourself in the hospital or the newspaper or jail. But if you do find yourself in jail, establish dominance quickly. Enjoy a good tequila. Yeah. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.